Okay, so today's video is all about money saving tips. So things that I do to help save money in our family. In our family, I'm kind of in charge of the money and the budgeting, and so I wanted to really be a stay-at-home mom. I love being a homemaker, and so I had to kind of be creative and figure out ways to cut back on some of the spending that we were doing so that I could stay at home and be with our little cuties here at home. I know not everyone financially can do that, but for us, as long as we budget, I can stay here with our family. And so these are just my ideas and tips and tricks, and so it might not fit for your family, but these are ways that we save money here at our home. So if you're new here on this page, please definitely subscribe and hit the thumbs up button. Let me know that you like this type of video. The first tip I have is to do a Walmart pickup. This is gonna sound kind of weird, but you can budget exactly to the penny how much money you're going to spend on groceries. And with that, meal plan. So meal plan your whole week, what you're gonna need if you're, making a meal for another family, if you're gonna be rushed, out the door for soccer practice or whatever it is. Meal plan, write down everything that you need for your meals and what you have for breakfast, lunch, snacks, all of that. Write it all down. And then what I do is I go to Walmart Pickup. This is not sponsored, by the way. So I'll go to Walmart Pickup and I will, on the computer, just click everything that I need. There is a favorite button, so I'll do the favorites to things that I just normally get. But then on top of that, I will look for the ingredients that I need for different meals and stuff like that. So Walmart Pickup is awesome for budgeting, actually. That has helped me save so much on my grocery bill, because when you're grocery shopping, you just kind of keep adding things and you don't really need them. Whereas this stays you really focused and lets you know exactly what you're getting and the price that you will be spending. So sometimes I will have, I have a budget to what we can spend, and sometimes I'll have $20 more. And so that way I know that I can maybe get some chips or crackers or something like that. But I always do that at the very end. So I'll get what we really need, the basics first, and then if there's any money left over, I will buy little, snacks for the kids. So that is the way that I budget, and it helps me stay right on target for our family. Okay, so the second one that I would say is don't go out to eat. Even if it's little places like Wendy's or whatever it is, it adds up so quickly. I'm just saying, for our family, that was a hard one for me because I really enjoy going out to eat. It is really fun to go out to eat. It's fun, the ambiance, the food, the flavors, all of that. But we decided just cut back. My husband and I do date night once a month. So we'll get a babysitter and we'll go out to eat usually. And so that is where we will, budget for that. So we just do that once a month, and the kids hardly ever go out to eat with us, which it's stressful anyway with 4 kids under the age of 7. So it just works for us. But it was hard to get used to, and a lot of discipline. Sometimes meal prepping was good. And even throwing a frozen lasagna or stuff like that in the freezer for those nights that are just really tough. Every Friday night, I am done. I'm so tired from the week. Or meals like crock pot, you just throw it all in, and so there are days like that where I just don't feel like making things, and I'm sure that's pretty normal. So so just stuff like that, like crock pots or frozen meals or whatever, just for those nights that it's hard and you just have no energy. Okay, so the third one, this is all food, the beginning ones are, is I make lunch for my husband and my children, and it saves a ton of money. So that kind of goes with the second one, but that does save a ton of money. So cut down any subscriptions that you have. So I did this subscription for Honest Company where, I was getting into all natural makeups, and so there was a subscription for the Honest Company where you get 3 a month, and it was $50, which looking back now, that is so expensive for me. And I don't wear a ton of makeup, so it was kind of unrealistic, and I just forgot to unsubscribe. But that adds up so quickly. $50 a month, that is That's like $600 a year on makeup. So that's kind of ridiculous for me, a stay-at-home mom who doesn't go out much or wear a ton of makeup. So anyway, so any subscription, also magazines. I do everything on Pinterest, so I don't really need magazines anymore. So just kind of thinking like, what is it that I do use and what I don't need, don't want, don't use kind of thing. So, and unsubscribe, actually do that. I never go to the spa. My sweet mother-in-law did my nails over Christmas vacation. She wanted to go do a girly thing, so I got a mani and a pedi, but I never go other than that. They're just so expensive. I cannot afford that. And I would much rather use that money towards, you know, some kind of vacation or thing that, you know, is a good memory type of thing. So if I want to do my nails, I usually just do them myself and it works out great. Obviously it's not as nice as going to the spa, but it's way cheaper. I buy all my clothes from reward points for my kids. So I have 4 kids, 7 and under, and all of the clothes I buy are from my credit card. I have a Old Navy credit card. I pay it off every month. And that actually, all those rewards adds up to a lot of money, you know, if you over time. And so I rarely ever buy clothes because I just use that cash. So if somebody like Bella needs new clothes, because they're all constantly growing, and it has been really good. So I'll put our gas on there, our groceries, you know, all of that stuff I'll put on there. Now I have a cash system, so it's hard to explain. I'll probably do a whole video on that, but how not to overspend on credit cards. And it's been very successful here in our family. But I do like the rewards. I don't think you should use cash if you can do the envelope system. It's pretty much an envelope system, like, you know, how Dave Ramsey says to use cash. Well, this is exactly like that, only use credit cards, and you pay in with cash to like an envelope so that you know how much you've spent that much. So I don't know if that makes sense. I might do a whole video on that because it's been so successful for me to budget and everything. So when I do buy clothes, so once in a great while I do buy clothes, I go right to the clearance, or like Old Navy has really good clearance, or sometimes clearance on sale, clearance. And so just kind of what I do is I just zoom right to the back and go right to the clearance. I don't even look at anything else because I know I can't afford it. And even if it's like half price off and stuff like that, sometimes I can't even afford that. So I just go right, you know, and I'll see what's out of season and what Bella will probably be in next year, and I just get it things so cheap that way. Haircuts, I get haircuts twice a year and they are from Great Clips. I don't go to any fancy hair salon or anything like that. I do not have money for that. So Great Clips is like $15, so that's 30 bucks a year. And I don't know, I'm thinking of highlighting my hair. We'll see if that happens, but I don't spend a lot of money on my hair. It's usually back in a ponytail. I have it down for videos, or, you know, if I'm going out with friends or on a date, but I rarely have it down anyway, and it's long, so you can't really mess it up. So I do not go fancy on my hair. Great Clips is great. They know what to do. It's just a simple cut, so that's what I do for my hair. I do not have a gym membership. I had one before when the kids were little, and it was great because they had babysitting, but I just decided not to do that. I go in a jogger, so I have a Bob jogger that's awesome. Or I actually just bought a bike, like a stationary bike that's awesome. So I can watch YouTube videos or, you know, a show, catch up on a show, and just work out while the kids are sleeping, and it's quiet. I'll link the one I have down below. It's awesome, and it's really, really been helpful for me to get into shape, and just, I mean, you sweat so much. So if you are a mom of a little one, you might be interested in something like that, but it's so much cheaper than going to the gym or anything like that. So that's what I do to kind of stay fit. I also just clean my house. Like I'll put on my shoes and I'll just quick go clean the house, like speed clean. And that actually, like, I get a good workout from that. So I do not go to the gym. No judgment if you do. That's awesome. I know some people are really good at being consistent and going every day, but that's just something in this time in my life, I just can't do it. So I had to kind of compromise. Okay, so the next one is drink water only. My family only drinks water. Once a week we have movie night where we get something from Netflix or a movie that we already have, or we'll go to the Red Box and we will get a movie that way. And the kids get a juice, and that is a vitamin water, and I split it 4 ways, and that's all they get. And we pop popcorn, and it's a really cheap, fun night, and the kids look forward to it all week long. Okay, so the last tip that I have is don't go into stores. It's that simple. I know you're saying, what? Like, that's kind of my out. Like, when I am feeling antsy at home, I will go shopping. And so I totally get that. So what I will do is I will get those reward points for Old Navy, and I also have one for Marshalls. So I will, if I get those in the mail, I will kind of save those for those rainy days or those days I just need to get out of the house. And I will go shopping and buy things that I need and that are, it says right there how much I can spend. So so that's what I do if I do have that antsy feeling of wanting to get out of the house. But sometimes I don't have those reward points and I still want to get out. I'm feeling antsy and I just have a desire to go shopping. So when I do have that once in a while, I will go to our thrift store. We have a Catholic thrift store right down the street, and so I will just go there and just kind of look. And I usually don't buy anything, but I have that same feeling of like going shopping, and if by chance I do see something that I really want, it's probably gonna be like $1 or $2. So anyway, and sometimes I find the kids really good clothes there too. So it's like, you know, if you want to get out, maybe you could try those things, but try to just find other sources when you feel that way. Like invite a friend over to a play date, or, you know, just find something that you enjoy other than shopping. That, you know, for me it was YouTube. Like I, you know, felt like God called me to do this, but it was a passion that I had. And so this really takes up any of that time that I would be out shopping, which is really nice because it's kind of saving money in that way, which is kind of odd, but it's true. Like find a passion, maybe it's scrapbooking or something that does not cost money that you can do that you really enjoy. Maybe it's sewing or baking. I love baking. So if I'm not YouTubing, then I'm usually baking, like in my free time of things that I like to do. So so that's what I would say. Just don't even go to the store, or if you need chapstick, go right to the chapstick and come right back out, or you know, whatever it is. So so those are my tips and tricks. Please share, what do you do to save money with your family? And anyway, let me know if you want me to talk more about my credit card, because I really save money using credit cards, and I know that's a big controversial thing, but if you use the system that I'm talking about, you do not overspend at all. So and you actually save money. I've saved so much money on clothes just from using credit cards. So anyway, until next time, I will see you all later. God bless. Bye.